Sense of danger from Butter Jack in a bottle of Coke. We are the people of simple pleasures.
Man, I always put you up first, man. It's just easier that way. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Pythons and Exotics. I am BPL, David Rambo. You guys know me. I dropped 3 videos. Well, I did drop 3 videos today, live feeding videos. So definitely go check those out, but not right now. It's because tonight we got a special ass guest. But first, got to introduce our main host as well, and that would be Josue.
What's going on, guys? Sorry, I want to be a little bit more energetic this time. But yeah, what's going on? Welcome to the live stream. It's the Pythons and Exotic, the P&E show. If you guys do not know, I don't know why that's rhyming, but anyway. Yes, but tonight, guys, we got K&CMysticMountainMorphs is the guest for tonight. What's going on, brother?
How's it going, guys?
Not much, man. Chilling. Glad to have you come up and hang out, dude. So
yeah, I appreciate you guys for having me.
Anyone that caught last night's show should know the main topic of today's show, but there'll be other topics as well.
Yeah, so tell us what you think it is in the chat, man. If you think you guys know what the topic of the day show is. I mean, you got time. We're hanging out. Make sure you guys hit the like button as well. And make sure you guys subscribe to both of us here, me at Hostways Exotics and K&CMysticMountainMorphs. Because me and BPL do flip-flop the P&E show so we can go channel to channel. So you have to be subscribed to both of us if you guys want to keep up with the content we got going on.
Yes, and K&CMysticMountainMorphs link is down in the description. So make sure you guys go over there. I said that twice. Make sure you guys go over there and
reiterate that shit.
Yeah. What's up, Iron Dog? How you doing? Hello, Iron Dog. Michaela, hello. Derek's Reptiles, Isaiah, Venom, Brad, welcome. Moon over Miami.
I can't see the chat, I guess. Let me see. Yes, there we go. What's up, everybody?
What are you using?
I'll have to go into that later. But yeah, no, I do have a snake that I've had to force feed a couple times. It's
shit. Okay, let's just jump in this shit. Let's go.
Yeah, I don't know if that's what you want me to go for, or I want to say hi to everybody. Appreciate you guys coming.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me, Ball Python Love and Jose's Exotics.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome.
That subject, it's been a little touchy here lately because, the stress that it puts on a snake breeder or owner, as a pet owner or hobbyist, that's a rough thing to have to do. Force feeding, it's not fun for you. It's not fun for them. But if they drop, about 15 to 20%, you kind of got to start worrying about the animal. And I appreciate Proper Royals for when I reached out to him, he helped me out and he gave me some educational advice, personal advice that may help. And then let me know that force feeding is kind of not on the agenda for a lot of snakes that have been started on food already. But after the stress of being shipped, you get flown in a plane in a box. It's very uncomfortable. It is,
Yeah.
And then you get shipped into a container that may be different than the breeder I bought it from. I don't know. And these are things that run through your mind when you're like, why is this snake not eating? And it's and I have more than one snake, but if you're a first-time owner, that's kind of a really touchy subject because you don't want to have an animal that does not eat.
I understand that. I mean, I totally get where you're coming from. But I want to jump straight. When you did because you said you did the force feeding,
Right.
did you try the assist feeding before you jumped to force feeding?
It was not force feeding. Okay. Yeah, my bad. It was assist feeding. That's what I had done in the first.
Because the assist feeding is where you put the rat's head inside the snake's mouth. See, I actually had to do the force feeding because Freya, she wouldn't take. So every time I put the rat's head in her mouth, and I would push it down each time a little bit more and more, you know, she'd find a way to let it go, spit it, get it out of her mouth. So it came to a point where
You tried
she
pinching her
was,
jaw down a little bit as well.
yeah. She just kept spitting it out. I was like, all right, dude. Well, this is how it's gonna be. I was like, you're not gonna die under my fucking watch. None of that shit's gonna happen. So I did force feed her a few times in the beginning when she was young. Now, I mean, I dropped a video today. She has no problem with eating.
How does that go? How do you start? Like, do they get a tube? What happens next? Like, going from assist feeding to that.
Going to assist feeding to force feeding, it sucks, but I use my long metal tweezers when I did it, and because you can't just shove it straight down, you have to work it like their jaws work. You can't just keep shoving down her throat because you're going to mess up the jaw or teeth and all that. So you do have to kind of get it on both sides, you know, and it sucked, but you know, now she's a champ, like I said, dude. But I had to do it. It was either that or she might not have made it, and I wasn't gonna have a snake die under my fucking watch.
So you did that with a pinky, and you were able to do it that way instead of like
she was only like 3 months old, but she only had like maybe two. She only ate the first time after her first shed. Other than that, she never ate after that. And then I got her from the lady, and I was like, you know, I offered her food. She get all scared, ball up. I'm like, all right. You know, offer you something smaller, you know, still want to take, still want to.
Yeah, assist feeding is something that's, you know, it's stressful on you and them, but after the first time you kind of get, you know, a feel and then you start trying the train feeding or something like that so they put the weight back on. But that is still also very stressful, you know, and on you and the animal. A lot of that in the first go is kind of, you know, on you. You're shaking, you know, after that, you start gaining a little more confidence, but it's not a good thing to have to do. And I'm trying many different methods, and I will record that in my videos of what I will try next. And I'll do it maybe once a month, trying to leave them alone. But I know, you know, I did get one in them a couple weeks ago. So we'll see what happens. And I've seen videos where people have to take syringes and, you know, get the protein down. Man, getting that done or having to do something like that to your animal, to me, is like kind of heart-wrenching, but it's, you know, it's survive. You got to survive, and you have to look out for the well-being of that animal as well.
So like I said,
that's great.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You're good.
Oh, I was just going to say, my mouse breeding operation is obviously doing really well. I showed you some of those. I might show you guys some pinkies here in a minute, but yeah, it's kind of a tricky situation with the force feeding. When to decide? You have to have a scale.
Another thing would be is how big is the snake and what are you keeping it in as well? Because so what I was going to say was with Freya, I had her in a kind of a too big of a tub for her at the time, so maybe that was doing it. But the lady the lady I bought her from wasn't able to get her to eat, so I was like, maybe, you know, change everything up. When I got her sister recently, and I'm giving her back to the owners here soon because they're in the same clutch like I told you about. I threw her in the hatchling rack. Didn't throw her, but I put her in the hatchling rack, and the same day, in that tight little space, she took. Now, like, dude, when I got her, she was like. When I got her, and she's 8 months old, this is the horrible part. When I got her, she was 179, 189, somewhere around there, maybe 197, something like that. High 100 on the grams, not above 200. Now she's like 410, 415. I want to say 420, but she ain't 420.
Victory, yes. That's a great feeling, I'm sure. Yeah.
But, the sister, though, I've never assist feeded her, nor did I ever force feed her. Freya, I did, though. She was also the runt of the litter, though, or the I guess the runt of the clutch, if you want to say. Right. She was the tiniest one, so that's why we went with her, because my wife fell in love.
Heck yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I can't really see the chat, so I won't be really. That's kind of up to you guys. So, I mean, I might get this stuff down after pressing a whole bunch of buttons and accidentally leaving, so I'm not going to do that. But yeah. But yeah, Michaela was talking about on one of those you commented in there the videos about mice. Now, mice will start a harem, and once they start that harem of other mice, which is kind of like a colony, if you try to put another female, or in the situation of having an aggressive mother mouse that eats the first, cannibalizes the first, and then the second still kind of does a thing and attacks another, that they have genes, you know what I mean? And certain genes just,
Oh yeah, keep going. I'm listening.
like, yeah, Iron Dog, that's awesome. Hey, what's up, buddy? Leadfoot might still be in there, Brad. But yeah. So if you have, it's easier if you have an older female mouse, and then you have a younger one, and then the male that originally went with the pair, and then you can move them in. But if you do it when the other female is pregnant, she doesn't have any idea what the pinkies are, and they'll fight over her trying to eat them and all sorts of stuff. And
So
yeah, it's not,
So
what's
here's
up?
a question. What if you have like a first time mother or whatever with the mice, and then what if you catch her when she has the babies and remove the pinkies from there? So what do you think will happen? You think she'll like what if she gets pregnant again with a second litter? You think she'll eat those since she didn't eat the first ones?
No, okay.
It's very
If she
possible.
doesn't,
But
What if she gets pregnant again with a Sorry.
I was gonna say, well, if she just dropped, let's just say, so you're talking about just one of the mothers, right? Not all of them, just one
Yeah,
mother.
just one.
If
you can put
she's
them
not
with
gonna
the
have,
other mother.
right. But I'm just trying to make this clear. Like, once she has the babies, she cannot give another live birth for like 3 weeks to 4 weeks, somewhere around there, I think. Like, so I mean, you have all those babies she'll have should be weaned off by the time she has her next batch. Now I have had one of my females get pregnant a little too early, and then the other ones were still not quite weaned yet, and they stayed in there, but she didn't kill any of them off. But that's with my rats. I don't know about the mice.
See, I have a pretty small operation when it comes to the mice and all my rodent type of thing going on. Not really. I have quite a few animals, but it's a pretty small operation compared to a lot of different people's. But going on with mine here, I'll be able to see, especially when the little ones start getting into sorry about that, when the little ones start getting into the food dish and they start eating about 19 days, somewhere in there. And that, the gestation period of the mother mouse is at 24, somewhere, in there. Don't quote me, but, it's in there. So she can have another litter before that one is weaned. And as long as you see those weanlings kind of dipping into the food or whatever, you can remove them. They will survive.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, if so, when I don't know how I give my rats treats, at least twice a week. So when the ones that I know are like about to, they're like halfway between weaned but not there yet, I'll throw in crackers, fucking blueberries, strawberries, and I'll see that.
Right, yeah, bananas and stuff. Yeah.
The big ones, of course, you got to put in little chunks, because if not, the big ones just come over and eat every fucking thing. So you got to put up a bunch of little shit in there too. But yeah, no, man, like once they eat and I know they're good, fuck yeah, other drawer, let's go. You became feeder, let's go. Life is about to come to an end. I'm sorry.
Depending on how possible it is for you to get overwhelmed. So if you have a big facility, it's very possible for you to get overwhelmed and not be able to see that she's pregnant again, and so on and so forth. But I just removed hers the other day, and it was on one of my videos. I removed hers the other day, and she just gave birth to these pinkies here. So, I mean, you can keep an eye on them if you have, a system going, and you can keep an eye on them and see how far along she is in the gestation of, in her pregnancy.
But you did bring up, not to change the subject, Michaela earlier, and yeah, that was huge. Like, she gave Josue and myself a shout out on her last video, because we helped with her ball python and transitioning from mice to rats.
Yeah, and
that was awesome. I was like, hell yeah.
Go Michaela. Awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, and one of the things, like, you'll see in one of my videos there is a cage with one rat in it. Well, that's literally just mouse bedding and that rat, because I have one that he's still the pickiest eater ever. If I leave that mouse bedding in there and I have more than 2 or 3 rats, I do it more than twice in that one cage without putting, dirty mouse bedding in there, he won't take it. He really won't take that rat at all. So I literally have to change it out every 2 or 3 mouse or rat that I have. 2 or 3 rats that I have in there. have to change out the bedding because they don't smell like, mice anymore. And he won't take it. I
So,
could show you just pulling a rat out and trying to feed. He won't do it. If I put it on the
so
bedding for 20 minutes.
I knew of tricks and of getting so the only one that was hard for me to transition was my normal, because when I got her, all she ate was mice. So, and when I threw in a rat pup with her, the first time when she was like kind of littleish, like maybe 2-3 months old, she kind of got scared and like balled up, and ever since then she would never take a rat. So, I mean, this might sound a little fucked up, but I just was like, all right, well, I'm going to monitor your weight, and I'm going to wait until you're hungry enough to eat a rat. And she went maybe a month without food, probably dropped maybe 7-8 grams. And then the minute the rat went in there, she was hungry enough to go for it.
See, when my gerbils, and I'm sorry to anybody out there that's going to be like, yeah, you don't feed off gerbils. But if they have pups and I have one that's just, and it's getting down there, you could use it. But you have to be kind of somebody that has gerbils at your, what'd she say? Sorry, that just
Here.
popped up.
There you go.
Says she's stoked about it.
That's what's up. That's what we like to hear for sure. I liked hearing that. I liked seeing that. That's awesome. Yeah, with gerbil pups, I was hoping, and that's another thing. Everyone told me if you use a different food, I've tried different food items, and gerbil pups, supposedly gerbils, they're addicted to those things if you give them to them. He wouldn't even try. So, I mean, it gets to, but I'm working with him. We'll get it together, and I'm not going to assist feed again. We'll see where it goes, and I'll have videos for that. But yeah,
like I said, so I never got, because Jose said wait for the show, because we're kind of pre-talking about this, behind stage. So I would still like to see his size, because I mean, like I said, is he able to take a small rat? Is he like at that point, or is he still on weaned?
He'd
I
have to go. He wouldn't even make it weaned, man. He'd be in a pup area. He's still just bigger than a hatchling now. I just don't want to bother him.
Okay. How old is he?
I'd like him to accumulate to everything. He was born the beginning of last year, something like that, and for him to be small after months and months and months, it's
beginning of last year.
This year, but hold up.
The beginning of this year. Okay.
Yeah, I believe it was the beginning of this year.
Okay, yeah, actually, if it was last year, that's over a year and all that. That's quite a while.
No, he's not over a year. He's
okay.
Probably he can't even be a year. You know what I mean? 4 of 23. So he's still fairly young.
So he's not. So instead of well, fuck, man. Even my little ones, I give them like a weaned to a hopper size, because I don't know. I'll make sure the rat dies. The love lock, all that shit. So, but.
Oh no, all right, I'll get him out. I'll show you real quick. I just don't want to, stress him out too terribly much. I love the animals, and I really want them to thrive. So my biggest thing is I'm trying to leave him alone for a certain amount of time. But for you, I'll bring him out and show you this beautiful leopard Mojave banana, man.
I get 1 or 2 that give me an issue. The seasons are full of killers, no issues. Yep. I mean, once again, it's different when they're like, I get what you were saying. It's different when they're hatchlings. But when Daisy went off food, I wasn't worried. I was like, you know what? Fine, go off food. Like, that's cool. Like, this is normal for ball pythons. Sometimes you want to be fucking picky. You don't want to eat. So that's cool. But then,
all right. So I got some of the reason I'm ready to try all this is that I got some of the weight back onto him. And so he's gained weight since then. So I really want to try just not ever doing anything like that again.
What is he, like 1.5 feet? 2 foot? 2 feet? Yeah.
No, he's not up to 2 feet yet. It might be the camera tricking you there, but you can see how his spine. Where am I at?
Yeah, you can see it. Yeah, you can see it.
And you can see his ribs too, right in here.
Yeah.
So, like, you can see his ribs, and that, and I can't even get him enthused, So I'm gonna put him back here in just a second. But he is a beautiful snake. He's a leopard.
Good question. Do you from Iron Dog right here? Do you start your hatchlings on rats or mice? I would do rats. I haven't had my first clutch though, So, but when I do, rats it is. If I could have ASFs, I would, but also how long it takes them to grow up, that sucks because rats grow quicker.
All right, so I would rather start them on rats. I do make credits from all these damn mice that kind of pay for all that. When I, hell, if I get 16 or 13 in a litter, I can take them in. That's 13, So, and they might give me $1.50. So then I can pay for some more rats if I need them, because I had some that they got too big, so they got fed off. The older ones got sold to that same pet store for gerbils and stuff like that. But
Yo, what? Yeah. Hey, what's up, Andrew? How you doing, bro? Long time no see. I haven't seen you in here in a minute, I think. How you
Appreciate
doing, bro?
that dragon whisper. Hell yeah.
But yeah, I would like to get them on rats, but
You should.
I've tried hopper mice, I've tried pinkies, I've tried putting the vanilla on them, like people say. If you sent them with that, I've tried sending them with gerbil bedding. It's going to be, once you get a certain amount of animals. And iron dog. I myself have not had hatchlings yet. I was into reptiles years ago, and that kind of fizzed out and everything. So, and the information that was given by people, even in the pet stores and stuff, was not the greatest at the time, early 2000s. So I have not bred my first clutch yet. I plan on getting up there at some point. So what I feed my hatchlings, it's kind of a rough question to ask. I do try to start on rats, but I have mice as backups and some, money on the side for them.
I did have twice in the last 4 days. I caught them locked up twice and unlocked in the last 4 days. And that's my pastel clown, 100% pastel, 100% het clown, and then my clown male tour. So
nice. You're going to get some beautiful clowns.
I'm trying.
What is your input on dinkers and import ball pythons?
Imports aren't bad, dude. This is how I look at it. If you're gonna get something that's imported, as much as everyone's like, yeah, but it looks normal, you never know. You never know what gene that thing could be holding.
That gamble.
It is, because you could be the one that makes the world's first blue ball python or some crazy ass fucking color. You don't know. Look at the sunset. That was the new one, the monsoon. I mean, there's so many different possibilities that you just don't know because of the wild. I just
Brad was talking about it, the sunset earlier, and dude, yeah, gorgeous. You never know. Gorgeous. You never know what the And if you think about where these genes started from way back in the day when they were being imported to begin with, every snake really in that area was imported.
Brian
back in the day, and then you got Nerd and all these places that were coming out with crazy stuff, and it's evolving, and that's where they started, was imports. Or you had off of your imports or dinker projects. And I've been thinking about it, but the gamble is what it is. You could end up with normals, and you think it may be recessive, and then
but see, that's just it. So like, you, even with the sunset, you had to end up with the normal before you got the sunset, right? Like, there had to been something, and you bred those two together, and then the sunset was made. Well,
in recessive, you have to do it, and that takes up 6 years, 3, 5, depending on if you're starting with the female and then a male, and for her to mature. And so,
Solo.
You never know. Solo.
What's up, Solo?
Sorry, just trying to. Doug, what's
up?
Out
there? Cool skit. My pit bull's trying to get attention from me. But yeah,
hey,
I think.
Is he a blue nose or a red nose?
It's just she's actually mixed with a terrier. She's a big baby.
Nice.
So it's a pit bull. It's a bull terrier, but I don't know how to explain that.
Cool.
But yeah, she's beautiful. So the mice operation, if you do get another female mouse to try to teach another mouse, to be motherly and all that, never do it when there's pinkies in there. They will, try to do their thing. And here's a funny fact I learned about that, though. If you get another mouse in there and the pinkies have started to grow hair, once they start growing hair, they actually start seeing them as mice and not eating them, no matter how little they are, as long as they have hair.
Okay.
That's pretty
neat. I was wondering about that earlier. What if you caught the first time mother from eating the mice and saved the babies and I don't know, fed them off or something like that? Like, would she eat the next clutch or next group of babies?
Usually they catch on. In a way, you kind of got to let her. if she cannibalizes, bro, she cannibalizes. They usually catch on by the second or third. If they have not and they become aggressive, feed them off. It's in their genes, and they're just going to pass it down to babies.
Correct. So if she eats her first clutch, right, or first litter, she eats the first litter, right, and then you don't have any pinkies. If she eats the second one and it happen, while she's doing it, this is going to be me. Straight up smack her with something. Not enough to kill her or hurt her, but enough to get her to be like, hey, stop that shit. Like, fuck off. And if she still eats the rest of the babies, the third time she lays and she eats that shit, fuck yeah, you're getting fed off. But with me, I've never had any of my rats personally eat any of their babies. But I do have one rat female that's never gave me a birth, anything. But the reason why I haven't fed her off, even that she's never been a mother, is because she treats the younger ones for some reason like a fucking mother. It's weird. But I'm like, you know what? You work with them well. You don't have any milk, but cool. Yeah, you could stay alive, I guess. But I leave her alive for now.
Damn, BPL. Damn.
Yeah, gerbils, man, they're an very intense change to the rodent if you jump off from one side to the other. There,
yeah, how is that?
Social. They're very social, and for some odd reason, and it happened in succession. There, I have 2 females with 1 male in there. They're very playful. My kids love them. They're awesome. Gerbils are a really cool pet. They did. What's that?
No, go ahead. I want to know about the gerbils. Go ahead.
They did cannibalize their first litter too, and at a certain point you think, well, what am I doing? Is there too much noise, light, whatever, something off point? I got them a bigger enclosure, but they're both first time, and it's a rodent thing, man. They just kind of, the first time they have babies, they don't know what it is, and they see it as a protein, type of thing, and they eat them. And and usually, it's just the first time. So both of them have done that once, and it's going to be, I'm just starting this one up again. So yeah, so it'll be fun. They've been with me for quite a while since they were little babies, and they're going to continue to be with me. But yeah, it's weird. Rodents do that. They just kind of look at them and don't know what they are. But I promise you, if you take them and they grow hair, once they get hair, they kind of see. Gerbils may be more territorial, and they start their own little pack. They're usually 3 or whatever. And in the wild, it can be huge dens of them. But so if you put them in there, they may have an issue. It's called declanning. And they can do it to themselves. If one female decides one day she just wants the guy and doesn't like that girl, she's gonna make her kick rocks, gravel, and travel, and they'll fight. And it's declanning, and they'll declan each other. And when they do that, there's a lot of noise in that little cage, and they're just like that. So all rodents with their babies, I'll get back to the point. I think the first litter, they just don't know, and they haven't gathered that,
I personally have not had a mother eat a litter yet.
But, are you just doing rats, or are you doing mice as well?
No, just rats. The only thing I want to breed that I don't have is ASFs, but I'm not allowed to have those.
I know this is random, but I didn't know. But apparently gerbils live naturally in Africa. I did not know that.
You can get Mongolian gerbils and stuff like that as well. Yes. And that's another reason why I chose gerbils, is because there's a chance that a ball python may have ran around. There may, even though African soft birds and they eat birds or whatever, because they might be semi-arboreal when you give them a tree, whatever. But yeah, gerbils are actually, there are certain species of gerbils that live in their continent. And then you get Mongolian gerbils and stuff like that. So I did choose gerbils for a reason. And if you look up the index, and I feed my animals a certain way for a certain reason, because if you look up the index, they usually take that from, let's say, feeding Missouri feed and giving them all the same situation in rodents. And then from there, they do those tests. So if they're just running back and forth and it's a gerbil that needs more space or whatever, then to me, the test is inconclusive, because you need to give them the environment that they need to grow the muscle that they need, or the protein, So I chose gerbils because A, they can be a food source for them in the natural wild, but B, because gerbils, they have a fat content on them that's a little bit different than the rats, and then their protein is lower by, I think, 7 or something like that. But like I said, the tests were done in an environment where, they were able to grow a certain way.
Gerbils. Okay, I forgot what they look like. Sorry.
that look like a
Had to
little
look it
flag
up.
at the end.
Yeah, like a little mini squirrel or something.
Yeah, they're cool. And I believe if you give them, like I said, a wheel, and this one over here that I'm going to show you the babies in, that
They're
if you give
pretty
them a
easy to
wheel, it's
breed though.
loud, but they get exercise, and I think that brings up the protein versus what the tests tell you. Because if you give them a diet of certain things, you can change that in that animal just a bit, just enough to make it a little more healthier or worse for your animal. Not worse, hopefully, but you can do one or the other way.
They breed
So,
pretty easy though.
what's that breed?
They breed pretty easy though.
He gets at it. He's always chasing them around, man. And if you give him that environment, you'll see him doing the love chase. And
Dude, that'd be awesome. I would love to
they
raise
breed
the
pretty
gerbils.
good, man. They breed pretty good. They stomp their feet when I come in the ring. It's pretty cute. They do a little stomp of their feet when I come in to let the other girls know or whatever that somebody's coming in. It's pretty cool. They're pretty cool animals, man. Very interesting with how smart they are.
I probably only have, of all my rats, there's probably only 4 of them I like. The rest of them,
Man, see, and that's another thing I hate about it though, like keeping them.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Because I tend to like I kind of like them now, man. I'll be over there petting them and shit, taking them out, letting them walk around.
No, dude, just feed
Oh,
them.
they still gonna get ate. They gonna get
yeah.
ate, but I don't like getting attached to animals and stuff, having to get rid of them.
And that's why I don't do anything. That's why I give them treats. That's why I don't spend. I clean out their bedding. I give them fresh food, fresh water, and then I give them a treat every twice a week. So with that, I shouldn't have to fucking pet them. They're food. I ain't trying to be friends.
I know, man. It's like looking at them, man. They cool.
Yeah. The deal there, Jose, is what you need to do is, especially if you have kids, they want to name. But the 3 that you use, the breeder male and the 2 females, treat them awesome. You know what I mean? They're gonna die with you if you just breed them. If that's the sole purpose of you having them, unless there's some problem with them along the way. Those are your 3 mice, and what comes out is ball python food or snake food or some sort of reptile food, or I don't name all of them. They have a lot of babies. It doesn't take
I
long.
don't name animals that well. I don't do that.
Right.
I don't know. I'm weird like that. I don't believe in naming animals too much.
You can socialize the ones that you have in your rack or your cage, whatever you got there. So, but yeah,
part of that comes from me because I used to have pet mice, and I had like different colored ones and all that kind of stuff going on. But I don't know. I don't know. That's probably where it comes from. I actually like keeping them, but they still got to go because I'm only reason I'm really doing them because I got like my little rattlesnake, and he's got a little thing for live mice. So
Pac-Man too.
That's the
Pac-Man frog.
That's the purpose of breeding them in the first place. I'm going to show you some of these.
And the milk snake.
Don't show anything just yet. I'm not by my phone. I can't sell it. You should wait a minute.
Yeah,
sorry.
Give him a second.
Sorry, BPL.
No, don't be sorry, dude. I want everyone to see it perfectly, and then I can't even sell it, and everyone's like, "You're an asshole, BPL. You're not by your phone." Sorry, I'm not sidetracked. I'm trying to catch some nicotine right now.
Oh yeah. Okay? Actually, give me just 1 second. I don't smoke cigarettes anymore, but
I do. I don't smoke inside my place.
I don't know. You kind of got me sold on the gerbils, man.
I don't want any gerbils.
They don't stink too bad.
No, actually, they're one of the least smelliest rodents that you can purchase out there. They're underneath on an index. They're pretty low compared to anything else. Anything else you can get. They decide to go to the bathroom in only one area, so they'll have a corner that they've just designated as their spot, and it makes it easier to spot clean. Damn, this thing just don't want to listen to me. There we go. Whatever.
Oh no, I've had a lot of mammals though, because I've had ferrets too. I used to have a lot of ferrets. I had like 3.
See, but you got to think I'm trying to do this without having to. I already spend money on my gerbils and my rodents and what have you. I don't want to have to pay every time I go to the pet store or get a food box, or have to try to find somewhere 100 miles away to get my rodents. And if my snakes need to move up and I know of something that has a better fat content, and if I give them more exercise, my ball pythons, then they can digest that properly. So, and because I have such a small collection, I am able to give them more time with me interacting, and that's exercise for your animal. So the fact that gerbils have a little more fat on them, to me, doesn't really bother. It's the fact that their protein is close, and I can make it even better.
Yeah.
And gerbils, they don't smell. They get along well with each other. And if you've ever been bit by a mouse or a rat, it sucks. It's not fun. Your
Yeah.
gerbil will only do that to you once, and if you don't react, and it's usually just a playful bite, but if you don't react, that's them getting your scent and getting a feel for you, and they usually don't do it again.
Oh, boy, my rat, man, that mouse bit the shit out of me one day. That shit, I did
hate
not like that. It bit I drew blood.
I got a
bites
male
me.
in there
Mm-mm.
that'll get me every time. He'll come for me. It's like, it's crazy, man. He'll go, Halloween psychopath after me, and I'm just like,
I
But
don't know
there's a
about
mouse
guinea
that I
pigs
have
though. How you feel about guinea pigs?
see, they get too big, and I've seen some videos of compacted guinea pigs because their poop gets stuck in their hair, and there's a lot of different. But guinea pigs, are you talking about feeding them to ball pythons or
Oh
as a pet?
no, just in general,
As a pet?
Yeah,
Go for it. I mean, if you can give that animal the time that it needs and to properly care for it, yeah, definitely. Guinea pigs are a good go for. They're a good pet for your kids and everything. I kind of want to,
Iron
like I
Dog's
said-
in here. I would like to know this though, Iron Dog, because I really want to get a retic. He knows I really do want one.
BPL. See, he like
Could
them.
you-
I think.
Can you feed it a guinea pig?
Oh, it would eat the shit out of a guinea pig. Dude, you can feed that thing pigs, small
Yeah,
pigs,
that's what I'm saying. But is
large rabbits.
Am I going to get hate though for feeding a guinea pig instead of a pig?
Screw
man,
them. Who cares?
I do understand when retics in breeding season, they're fucking assholes. I get that. 100%. But I would still want one.
Yeah. And dude, all the morphs and stuff we were seeing like the other day, dude, I definitely want. Then they got the dwarf ones that don't even get 18, 19 feet long. Like,
yeah, you can get
picture size.
island dwarfs. There's certain islands that each island has a smaller snake. I think that's pretty cool. I just can't keep them.
Boas are kind of like that too. Like you got the I think the Solomon's Island boa.
That's gross. I'm sorry. I couldn't. I don't know if I could try guinea pig.
No,
No,
I ain't eating no guinea pig. I'm
Hey.
sorry.
If you go anywhere or everywhere, everything can be a delicacy somewhere,
I
right?
eat a lot of stuff because I'm from the country and I done tried a lot of shit, but I ain't eating no guinea pig.
I go down there and catch crawfish by hand, over here by
That's
the river.
true.
And, I caught some catfish out of there, noodling. They call it noodling, I call it hand fishing.
That's something I will never do in my life. I appreciate the people that do it, but I'm too fucking scared to do that shit.
What?
That's the only
catfishing
thing
with
I
your
have
hand?
not done.
Catfishing with your hand?
Hell to the no.
I've never done it because there's no catfish in Nevada. But if I
I'm
could,
sure
I
you can
would.
find a
Fuck yeah.
pond.
You a bad
No,
motherfucker.
there's no catfish here.
You a bad
Not
man.
in
I
a
can tell you
Little
that.
blue cat stuff here, flathead, blue here.
Mhm.
Yeah, I had a buddy tell me to put Under Armour sock on my hand one time, taking me to this pond out in the bayou in Louisiana. Said, put this Under Armour sock on your hand, and then we'll go hand fishing. What's this all about? And he's just like, well, if you reach in there and it just so happens there's an alligator snapping turtle, you want to keep your finger. And an Under Armour sock seems to hold them in there so you can get that back and sewn on. So, there's certain places that hand fishing to me is kind of like maybe next time.
No. So you just got nah, dude. You just
Yeah,
got me.
because
You
we
said
got
catfishing. You didn't say nothing about wearing a glove and maybe losing a finger inside your glove. God
No,
damn.
I mean
like,
you're going into an area where there's all
Yeah.
sorts of wildlife. I mean,
feed them a
sir.
guinea pig.
yeah,
but I
not
wouldn't
only we got
because
common snapping turtles,
They're like
alligator
ASF,
snapping turtles,
and they can get
alligators.
them.
they'll get you.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Don't do that. Gotcha. Because that's another thing. Like people that sell ball pythons and they breed only ASFs, they are so addicted to that shit, and it's so hard to break them off of that. So if you can find a breeder that does rats only, like I think that's easier.
Yeah, definitely. When I get things moving and everything, I have my mouse operation, so it'll be kind of a quick and easy transition. I'm never going to feed a hatchling that I take out of here or anything like that, where I get that incubator going and get a hatchling. I'm not going to feed it a gerbil pup because the chances of somebody else buying that animal from me and then being able to, have gerbils on hand is unlikely. So I really don't want to be going out there and doing that. I don't want to be feeding my hatchlings
If
gerbils.
honestly, like if me personally, this is just my personal opinion. Okay, this has nothing to do with how anybody in the world, no matter how big or small of a breeder they may be. But if you're gonna do ball pythons, rats are the way to go. Don't do mice, don't do ASFs, just do rats because that is a neutral field for everybody to work on.
Right. Give me 1 second.
But personally, I would like to make a video with a gerbil and like throw them. You know what I mean? That'd be something you could put in the video title. Ball python takes down gerbil. Like, you know what I mean? It'd be something a little bit different.
Are you gonna do a live feeding though?
Oh hell yeah, dude! No, definitely. That's why you think. That's why the gears started turning when he said gerbil. I started looking at him. I said, "Oh yeah, that'd be something real cool to do on a feeding video." That and I told you about the chick with the boa. I'm gonna get like a baby chick and then throw that in there.
But see, I understand what you're saying, Iron Dog. I can't have, this. I can't have ASFs though. So I mean, that's another thing. Is like some states you just can't.
Man, I tried really hard, and it wasn't until I'd asked so many people, and even somebody in northeastern Oregon about why is nobody being able to sell me this one rat? Like I need 2 of them, and they were like, it's against the state law here, and even if you could, they're hard to breed, and they told me the whole shebang. But yeah, so they're illegal in Oregon as well.
Damn.
An ASF is an African soft fur rat. It's
African soft fur.
Yeah, it's just a natural prey for the.
Yeah, they live in Africa.
They live in Africa with the ball pythons.
That's basically their natural diet is the ASFs.
I think it's like a 7% or so plus on their protein or fat content. Protein, I believe it is. That's why a lot of people believe, it's from their continent and it does have a little bit more protein, but that's not exactly proven in every study that's been done. So, but it is something that they do enjoy, and they will become addicted to it.
That's the funny part is that we call it the African software rat, but they're not really a rat; it's a mouse.
That's a very big mouse.
A very huge mouse. Yeah.
Oh, bro, I seen a video. They had those damn New York rats. Damn,
dude,
son.
Those are fucking huge.
Damn, son.
They have something called Nutra out here.
Yeah, the Nutra, those are fucking huge too. Those are fucking huge swamp rats.
Yeah, they're big, and they have them running around at some of these parks, and here in Oregon, if you get to an area that's like that.
Imagine a rat the size of a fucking beaver, BPO. That's what a Nutra is.
Yeah,
big ass fucking rat.
A little bit, okay.
Oh, I'm gonna feed my retic today. My anaconda.
That's why the motherfuckers don't live in Florida, I bet. Them damn pythons be fucking up them damn things.
You guys want to see these baby mice?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Let's do it.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I might do the gerbil thing when I get things settled down.
Sorry, guys.
Yo, Zachary, what's up, man?
Zachary.
Is that my buddy Zach?
I haven't seen him in the chat before. Welcome.
Yeah,
Appreciate you.
That's my buddy Zach.
You guys haven't already,
for a lot of people.
But if you guys haven't already, please smack that like button and share this shit out so we get some more people up in here. Appreciate it. And then we're about to do the shout out list. It's going to be a fun time.
But yeah, there's quite a few in there. I don't know how many exactly. They're still fairly young, so I'll let her do her thing for a while, and then they'll kind of either thin out or they won't,
Let me see. Hit him on the solo, BPL. So how do you got that lid? Like I seen like on your lid there.
Mesh on top. That's what I told you. Mesh on top.
It's a metal mesh, and then it makes it easier to hang your bottle from.
Okay. Oh, okay. I see how you did it. So I was wondering. So that's a real good idea. Okay, I'll do that then because I wanted to do a hanging water bottle or something like that.
Yeah. How do you? I don't know. The only thing that I don't like their food down with them. That's with me with the rats.
Yeah, there's a big problem with a lot of people saying with mice and rats, they'll use the bathroom in their food and everything. I have found that if you keep why am I? Oh, I'm on solo. Okay, if you keep their food separate, away from the bin, like itself, away from the plastic on the sides, they decide to go off the edge of their food dish. I wouldn't say that's for every mouse or any colony or anything like that out there, but I have noticed that there is a certain area, and it's on like they're on the edge of the food dish when they go to the bathroom because it's always on one side, But but that's not for every. I can't say because mice are different. I can't say that's the same for every mouse keeper out there.
So I'm Casey, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put you on. I want to put you on the spot, man.
What's up?
I mean, it's that time. You're gonna choose a row. You're gonna say the names down the row. You know what's up. You watch the show.
You want me to use the voice?
Whatever.
Do Mickey Mouse?
Please. Hey, please.
Here we go.
One. You choose 1, 2, or 3.
I can do Courage the Cowardly Dog. Ball Python Long. Iron Dog Reptiles. That guy is cool. Venom Wonderful. Wonderful Venom. Derek's Reptiles. And then we got Notal Exotics. Jane. What's that? Not Lou?
Not Lou. Yeah.
I haven't seen them too much in the chat. So Not Lou's Exotics. J&G Reptiles. That guy has some pretty cool venomous. Kurtwood 75. Hilljack Life. Desert Wolf Armory Reptile Feedings. Yeah, I know that guy. D's Balls Exotics. Proper Rules. And hey, shout out to Proper Rules for helping me out, being communicative with me with all the assist feeding going on. And I think he's got an idea with kids. All right, Todd Autry, Joe Colliner, Jose's Exotics, Mickey Mouse's Clubhouse.
Dead.
Don't get me twisted. Yeah, and then I can do Hank Hill. Oh, Bobby, you speak English.
Oh, shit.
Bird. Damn it, Dill. But there you go. Yeah.
Come on, man. You just got to sit there and do the thing, man. Just come on and do the thing and put it on, come on.
Come on, man. I can't do Boomhauer. That's a different one. I know some people that speak Cajun, man, and they're out there. I can kind of copy them, but Boomhauer's got his own thing going on.
But yeah, you want next?
Do I keep going or what?
No. If you read off that first list already, then you're done. Did you read off? Okay, sweet.
Yeah, I got everything. I just used those voices, so you might not have caught all of it. You're busy laughing or something.
Yeah, I was too busy laughing. Sorry, dude. All right, next, Jose's Exotics. He's the other main co-host of the P&E show. Make sure you guys go check him out. Tomorrow's show will be on his channel, and he does do amphibian videos to his rattlesnakes, to his boa, to his ball pythons, and now breeding mice. And hopefully he has a litter here soon from his mice. Next is my animal house. He went live earlier with his wife Trish. It's always a fun time. He also goes live with Iron Dog Reptiles on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Next is Spider Mom 1978. We had her up here as a special guest as well, and she has 50 plus tarantulas and a bearded dragon. We saw some crazy feedings that night. Cool ass time. TNT balls. That's a good friend of mine. That's Todd. I have much love and respect for that dude. He has a lot of heart and love to give to the community. Definitely go check him out on YouTube and on Instagram. Prehistoric Companions is next. Seen him in the chat earlier. He is a cool ass dude. Had him up here. Definitely need to get him up here for round 2. Next is OSMR Balls. That's a good friend of Not Lose, myself, and Jose's as well. Or should I say OSMR Boas. Next is Fitz Family Constrictors, aka Uper. He goes live every night or every Saturday nights. Cool ass time. Definitely go check him out. Next is AEP, Always Evolving Pythons, Miguel. He was up here, had a cool ass time with him. He gave us some knowledge. He does have the world's only clown sunset Mel. So definitely go check him out. Of course, everyone should already know who he is. He's a big name in the game. Mary's Pythons and the Holy Balls. We had her and her husband up here, Mitch, and she was actually, and him, her husband were our first very Patreon. That's still up there. Definitely, if you guys want to check that out. Haven't dropped another one yet. We're still working on it. Want to change some things up. Next is Rescue Replicated Reptiles. He's been up here twice. That's why he's yellow. but check him out on IG because he does not have a YouTube. Next is Marquez Family Reptiles. He's a cool ass dude. We had him up here. Ectothermic Dungeon. He'll actually be next week's guest for Friday or Saturday. Cannot wait for that. We're actually going to have his brother-in-law up here. And next is Stanley's Reptile Crew and Hal's Pythons, both on IG. So we definitely go check them out on IG. And tonight's special guest, definitely go subscribe to him. His link is down in the description. And that's K&CMysticMountainMorphs. Cool ass dude.
Thank you very much.
Cool ass dude. Definitely go check him out. Help him out. Give him a subscribe. Give him a like. Comment on his videos and turn that notification bell on to all. Josue.
All right, guys. So next up, we got Area 51 Morphs. He's out there in Area 51 with the aliens and all. So, he's doing his thing out there. Doug's Monsters. He's over there in Scotland doing his thing. We got Balls of Rush. He's got with the Jedi Morph, Pogo's Pythons. They breed AFSFs. They're pretty cool. Fox Hollow Reptiles. He has a lot of the bull snakes stuff. And we got Dragon Whisperer. He's a real awesome subscriber and person in general. We talk a little bit here and there. And he has a lot of awesome bearded dragons. So definitely, guys, check him out. Moreno Morse. He's been up here. I believe that was Jerry. We got to get him up here again. Celtic Balls, Jeff and Angie, super awesome people. They just put out some new video. I haven't seen them in a while. Awesome. We got to hit them up. We got Morphed with a T Exotics on Instagram. Gray's Reptiles. I got to check him out. I haven't spoken to him in a little while, too. He's one of BPL's friends and breeders out there in Cali. DG Reptiles. He's in the chat. He's our Puerto Rican and Cuban brother. Hope he's doing well. Sherry Lynn Mad Cat.
Sorry.
This is Sherry Lynn Mad Cat, and she's the queen of Elder Scrolls. You got T&K Reptiles on Instagram. Snakes and Grins. He was on here a couple days ago. Real awesome guy. We're gonna get him back up here again. He showed us some blood pythons and Ledka, who was up here 2 nights ago on Sunday. So I believe that was on BPL's channel. So definitely check that out. We got to hang out with him and talk in general. Hang out.
Hell yeah.
So let me go get these rats so I can show you what these guys look like.
Mice.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I appreciate you guys having me for sure, man. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm thinking about getting, like I said before, getting the kids together and everything, and trying. They don't have to do the whole like clinch reptiles thing, but we'll set out a table or something and do the kids and critters type of thing, and have kids sitting down and then, explaining, hey, this species is, we could dress them up like Clint, but no, but yeah, it'd be cool because my son's gathering a lot of knowledge from us about, the reptiles and the rodents, and so are my daughters, and we could start episodes. It would be awesome.
That's cool because
in the reptile community, we kind of got to, in a way, nurture the next coming reptile enthusiasts, because our kids are definitely going to know about these things. They're going to know that dad does this with this, and he has a pie gene, and my son's getting into the he's got all that on his mind, like hets and stuff.
So
he talks about them. So I think it'd be a good move for education value wise for kids, and your kid to be able to push, your hobby. And
oh shit, hold on really quick. Nope.
Yeah,
does not look pregnant. Nope.
Yeah, but if you look, you can see the nipples starting to show. And she may be getting there. She may be getting, ready to mate.
Nope.
Her nipples aren't even showing. I mean, usually you'll see them start getting bigger, and they'll be more visual. Like you'll be able to see all 6 on,
Man, you got this fat ass motherfucker here.
Oh, she's getting there. Yeah. No, so her sides are starting to bulge a bit. She'd probably be. You've got some luck in there. You just got to wait, especially if you started with young mice. Mice are, when you start young, they colonize themselves and they kind of get used to each other for a bit. And if you have a male in there, it takes a bit for him to do his thing sometimes. So just be patient and stick with it, man. You'll have a whole bunch before you know it. You'll have a whole bunch.
So you were talking about kids, right? So I am not the only name with Ball Python Love. I am Ball Python Love, yes. But on YouTube, now there's another one. There's ball
I think I
python
saw
love.
something about that. I said, yeah, that's cool, man.
That's
That's awesome.
that's my oldest son. Yeah, he's like, when you
Maybe
die,
we'll be
Dad.
able to do like a little live, where they show that, like a little
Yeah.
ball python love. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I looked at him weird though, because he was like, "Yeah, Dad, when you die, your collection's mine." I was like, "When the fuck do you plan on me dying?"
Right.
Like, when
Right. Well, they can take over. It's your legacy, at that point. Hold on one second. I got to get my little one a Band-Aid. She's whining about
Yeah, you're
something.
good.
Hold on.
You're good. What you smoking on? Is that one of them oil pens?
No, just one of them e-cigarettes. It's called. It's what the young folks be smoking nowadays.
E-cigarettes.
Yeah. You change the cartridge out, put your new one in
Yo,
there.
we got 9 people watching. Who's all out there saying something? I saw Benjamin saying, "Oh shit, Venom's live." He's probably, I don't know if he's still here. Maybe he went to Venom's.
It's not too bad, I guess, but I appreciate everybody watching, and I do appreciate Brad and everybody for coming in. Thank you for having me, guys.
Appreciate Buzz Lightyear, good friend of mine. I actually worked with that guy for like 3 years. And, good guy right there.
Hell yeah. I haven't seen him in a little while. I wonder how he's doing. Oh, Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah, Cameron. Oh, I gave away your name. When are you going to come up here, Cameron? Come hang out, bro. Quit hiding behind the bushes.
Yeah, for a while, I was kind of one of them shadow spectators. I watched your guys' videos, didn't really say much until something kind of got me on there that I had some information to share with somebody about something. I appreciate you guys a lot. So, you gave me the idea to start one. You were like, do it, Casey. So, well, look what you did. You got my ugly mug on the YouTube now, man.
Well, I appreciate you.
Bro.
I appreciate you. I appreciate Nikki for still watching and listening. And same as Michaela, I appreciate you both. You guys are fucking kick-ass. And trust me. So this is the thing, this, a P&E show. We don't stop, dude. We go 365. And the crazy part is like in the beginning, we, some people were like, that could, you got to make sure you're consistent. And we haven't missed a beat. And we're not going to miss it.
You guys are doing good, man. It's crazy.
2 or 3 months down the road.
Together. You got to work with other people, put it together every night. You guys.
So Jose and I have talked about this. Like, I'm not doing, like, I don't really want to try to restart everything over. Like, it always fucking sucks if he goes, and so we came up with a way of doing, well, not a way, but we came up with doing the show, not just for a couple months, not for a couple, like just one or trying to go like 5-6 years minimum every night, 365. And
that'd be a lot to look through in the future. Like episode wise. But go ahead, sorry.
It looks good on the algorithm though.
It does. I mean, you look at ball pythons or live streams about, like, we're trying to be one of the people. When you look up a live stream, like how it is with Chris Hardwick, you look up a ball python, fucking anything, Chris Hardwick pops up.
Yeah,
well, we
everything.
Want the same thing with the lives.
Because he's one of the first YouTubers.
Leopard Mojave banana. It's because of watching his banana leopard video or whatever, and I saw what it could do, and then I needed the Mojave so that I can make blue-eyed leucistics with my emperor pin inchi. So I kind of dove in there, and then I got my albino pied, and then my pied het albino. So I got a project going.
That bamboo that he has, Bobby, I love that snake, man.
Bobby, he's very informative, and I appreciate his channel a lot too, for sure.
He comes to hang out every now and again.
Yeah, I see him in the comments, but I don't know. I've never really seen him on anyone else's live, really. I think that's kind of the deal there,
Did I scare you?
Like, I always found that special because, like, I mean, there's not a lot of like YouTubers and stuff that I look up to, but like Chris Hardwick, he was definitely one of the first ones. Like him, Clint's Reptiles, Tyler Nolan. I like just watching his videos. I wouldn't say I necessarily look up to him. I do think he's pretty cool as a person, but I mean, shit, he runs a tattoo shop and he has a shitload of venomous snakes. I mean, shit.
What's up, baby girl?
I got catfish guns and stuff. I just. Me and my wife, we get into all sorts of stuff, and so
it's okay.
Is that a calico pinstripe pastel?
Spider cinnamon pinstripe. Well,
I saw the
pinstripe,
pinstripe
spider,
for sure.
Yeah, the pinstripe for sure.
spider, and cinnamon.
Beautiful. Yeah, I'm
So
kind of gravitating away from certain genes, but you know the deal with why everybody does that, you know.
So I gave it away already. I did give it away. If you haven't made it, there is no cinnamon, spider. Once again, I'm not afraid of my snakes.
You
They're
seen
not gonna
that
bite me.
pullback though? That was fierce.
I just put my nose to her head. Anyway, there's never been a cinnamon spider pinstripe pied yet, and that's what I'm going for. This is why I'm mating. I want to give her to my male pied that I showed you earlier, but I'm hoping that one of the babies come out fully like her. That's what I'm hoping for.
But pie.
Because
That'd be cool, huh?
no, they would be 100% heifer pied. So then I would need that 100% heifer pied with all three genes in her to pass on in the next clutch when she's grown up to do it, or he.
Right.
That's the fun. Like, and to get all three is going to be a challenge.
Yeah, and that's the fun when you start tinkering with genes, you know, and you start mixing them, identifying them at the, you know, when you get your clutches and everything. That's going to be a fun process. And I think like when you get certain genes together, they do amazing things. They really do. And seeing how they interact and having those animals yourself and knowing that came from, it's going to be an awesome experience for sure.
Mhm.
And I've well versed myself on a lot of the genes and everything. That way, you gotta go. There's Candy down there. But yeah, I enjoy learning more about them if I can. Staying well versed on the genes. I love what certain genes do with other genes. You know, one of my goals is hopefully one of those emoji ball pythons. I think that would be cool.
I do kind of like them a little bit. I've seen those.
So if I got to say one of my favorite genes, and a lot of people, one gene that I really fell in love with, and it's a super basic gene, is, and I love the cinnamon, man. I think cinnamon just, I don't know. There's something about it that I just love. That's why I got 3 now with cinnamon in it. I
Cinnamon
really want to make
the darkening gene. I do like what it does with
I really want to make a super.
super cinnamon. Like I think that's not the 8-ball, is it? That's
No, it's just super cinnamon.
super cinnamon.
There might be a name for it, but just super cinnamon.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. Yeah. I like what Champagne does. I don't really plan on. I only have one more spot in this rack. What I started in was a lot of folks do the same thing. Started out with
I love you.
you know, Sterilite tubs. There's some foliage stuff in there with the heat mat and then the thermostat and everything. But yeah, this is how I started out. The cool part about when you do this and you get holes in the it's a Sterilite Tupperware or whatever, you know, not Tupperware, but container, is you can shove this little thing inside one of these holes here, and it helps it stay while, you know, your snake's like climbing on it or anything. That way you don't have to worry about injuring your animal. So it does, you know, it'll stay here, and you can put your hides around. So, but I upgraded to the V6, VE6, which is doing me just fine for now, till my girls get really big.
So do you have Champagne at all?
No, I saw one a long time ago and it had a wobble to it, and you know, you see an animal that has a really bad one. This one I saw did not have a really bad one, but it did have a wobble, and I felt bad, you know, so I just really didn't buy that one, and I didn't know at the time that those were part of that complex or whatever. But Champagne does amazing things, man. I've seen some really cool Champagne.
One BPO has pretty cool looking. I like it.
Oh, you got a Champagne?
I'm just not as much into the morphs and all.
A bit. Yeah, I'll get them out here in a little bit and you can play with them. Yeah, when I'm done talking to them, I'll get the gerbils out for you. Yeah, that's a pretty snake, huh? You hear my daughter. Ooh, good snake. Oh, yeah. See, that's why I love the Champagne gene. You see that pattern on the back there? That just blows my mind. That's why I kind of want to get into the Mystic Potion, you know, So I do plan on getting a Mystic female at some point.
So that's just
I'm
iconic
like,
with the champagne gene. That's just one of the markers of them. It's like
Yeah,
that
well,
back pattern.
I've seen some champagnes that are literally more of a tan or tan rouge type of color to it, and that's their pattern. And then they got a little darker toward their head, and I like it. Is that just a champagne?
yeah, just
Just
pure champagne.
Really neat. Yeah, those the pattern on the back, how it's kind of
I
faded.
also
is
love
awesome.
how dark his eyes are. Like, he doesn't get, I don't know, you can see he just hit me in the face. He doesn't get held that often, but he doesn't like to be held. I don't know, but I'll still hold him. If he bites me, whatever, I still love him, huh? You know it. But I love the black eyes, dude. Like, they're solid black. Like, they look dope.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that is cool. Yeah, I
But-
like blue-eyed leucistics and all that as well. I just don't have any, I was going for genes because that's kind of, and I love my animals, so something that I'd love to hang out with a lot. So,
The bell?
is that what you're pairing to?
No, Super Mojave, though.
Yeah. I like the Super Mojaves because they still retain some pattern in their head, and then the rest of the body is usually white. But the cleanest one and that's why I chose a Mojave male, to my lesser female, which would be my Emperor Peninchi. The reason I did that is because how clean the lesser Mojave blue-eyed leucistic is. I do enjoy that, and I think a lot of people do as well. But
The
I
one thing that
love,
I do like about her, though, she's not super head shy. She'll actually let you touch her on the top of the head without freaking out too much. Huh.
yeah, I've got a few that just won't leave my head alone. It's kind of like, yo, go somewhere. They're always hanging out on my head. Right. Yeah, that's my tiny little operation, guys. Doing all right, I guess. Yeah.
So what I plan on doing is actually, because I have an inchy, or it was sold to me, but I only see 3 of the genes. But it was sold to me as an inchy, spider, orange dream, inchy, spider, orange dream, pinstripe. I only see the orange dream, pinstripe, and spider. I don't see the inchy in it, and I'll pull them out right now for you, actually. I don't show them too much. It doesn't. My son fell in love with them, so I kind of gave them to my son, but it's still, of course, going to stay with me. And he's in the middle of shed because his eyes are blue as fuck, but it's all good. But he has a lot of breaking up in the pattern. He's a lot darker right now, of course. His eyes are in blue.
Very faded on the belly, yeah.
That's a
cool.
big boy.
But he is, I don't see anything but pinstripe. I do see the orange dream and spider for the scattering, but I don't see the inchy.
And spider's also been known to kind of fade on the belly there all the way across. So I do like what sugar or calico does. Those are really beautiful genes as well with certain like certain other mixtures. You pair them with the wrong one and it's just look at calico, and some people, that's their thing, but there are certain, like you do a pastel and stuff like that, they do some pretty awesome things. And with her, I tried to make sure I found the highest quality, and it's hard to do that when you get genes mixed in like that, but you have to find the highest quality of pastel. You can find some Emperor Peninchis that are really darker, and stuff like that, or Emperor Pins. And I went for one that was really bright.
I got two different pastels. One super bright, and that's Isis, and then Minerva, she's more of a browned out pastel.
Yeah, it's I guess not a lineage type thing, but it's I guess they're just different. Dang it, I said it the other day to you, but just
There's
different
lines of pastel. Yeah, there's different lines.
Yeah, different lines. They're just different lines. Yeah, it's pretty cool to see what they do.
It is. I like the pastel. I mean, but I really, like I said, I really like the cinnamon. Of course, I like the pastel. I like a lot of basic genes. I mean, of course, everyone's into recessive, so I mean that's where it's at. But I mean, I do like my co-doms still, and I still like my doms. Like,
I just love the animals themselves, just the way they look.
yeah,
If they were recessive or they were co-dominant, then I still love them. That's what I went for. That's what I got, and they're awesome. But yeah, I have one who probably just shed out. I'm gonna check on him real quick and see if he shed out. He's a normal. He's not too bad. You got to keep a normal around every once in a while. If I don't have something to prove out, all it takes is a couple times to prove it.
yep. I got my normal. She'll be ready in a year and a half, and then I can start breeding her.
Yeah.
So it's better to have a normal female.
The reason why is because if you get something that you can't prove out, you breed her to the normal. Now you can't get the recessive if the snake you got is het for something, but if it's like what I got and you can't see out all the genes, then yeah, breed it to a normal, and then you should hit what they said, or and breed it 2 or 3 times to the normal. But that'll be a 2-3 year project, pretty much.
Yeah, look at that.
Shit.
Beautiful shit.
I totally agree, Cello. I totally agree. Why?
We have to see,
like,
man.
Yeah, you got a beautiful shit out. That's awesome.
Just like a sock.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave. You know what? I'm leaving that comment up there. I'm leaving it up there for a good minute. Let that soak in.
What?
Oh shit! You got. Oh, I gotta take it down. Actually, sorry. I gotta see this. He has this normal. Dude, that is gorgeous. Even the normals look beautiful.
Yeah, he's awesome. This is Anunnaki, man. He's one that hasn't been seen in any of my videos because he took a long shed, man. He really did. He went into blue for quite a while, and then he went clear, and I'm glad he shed today. See, he was an assorted one, so you never know what's in him. He's got some pied markers, but I'm not betting on anything special.
Yeah, because I was gonna say pied markers. There's some people that say yeah, it's legit. I'm sorry, I'm one of those people. I don't see it.
Well, with the normal, they really do. It's a wonder ball python. They really become that.
100%, Michaela. I agree. Like, the normals just look amazing. Any of the ball pythons do, but those who are like, oh, normals suck. No, they don't. You suck.
Right. Normals are awesome. They're beautiful snakes, and I have a lot of people that'll check out my little snake collection here, and they're like, man, I like that one. That one's cool. And it's Anunnaki here. He's just chilling.
Spotlight's on. What's up, bro?
I mean, what I was gonna say was, 'cause I was sitting there thinking about what I was gonna say. But me particularly, I'm more of a person like I like wild type morphs and anything. That's one of the main reasons why I don't really have a morph in general. Because like I feel like.
Yeah, but I think you really want that bell. You've been saying a lot about that bell. So and
that's the only one I like. Like that's the only one. Like the bell, and I don't know. That's really it.
You said bamboo, but like
bamboo. So I mean, it's cool to look at. But as far as having one, I get a bell.
You still like that super butter more, like even the head stamps like a pure white, like there's no
super butter
stamp
one.
at all.
That's what I was going to say earlier, because like you said, but if you do a butter lesser, that still give you a bell, right?
Yeah. Not guaranteed though. I don't think it's guaranteed. I don't know. Don't quote me on the logistics, because I mean I haven't really gotten too much into those because there's just so many.
Are you talking about butter and lesser?
Yeah.
Like let's just say you breed a butter to a lesser. I don't think you're guaranteed a hit of bell. I think it's like 50 or 70%, 75.
No, well, you're not really guaranteed most of the time on a lot of different genes taken, and it's really random with a lot of different clutches. You may have only one of what you were aiming for, and then the rest normal looking, and they're all hets or whatever. But with butter and lesser, I do believe that they are very, very similar. The only real difference that I can see is that butter is a little bit brighter. It's got a brighter hue to it.
Well, yeah, no, I agree there. It's just when where he was looking at if he did get a bell, which one he liked more, because I mean he liked the Super Mojave that I have, because that's my personal favorite. If you're gonna get a bell, is Super Mojave. That's my personal favorite. But like the head stamp, he was like he pretty much wants like a pure white, and the butter, super butter, which is the bell, pretty much has like a super nice clean white to it all the way down.
Yeah, the cleanest white that you can get usually is the Mojave and lesser mix.
Yeah.
That's your better chances of getting more of a pattern that's just not no pattern at all and just a
Well,
straight
so
white with
back
no pattern.
if he would have like what I have, let's just say if he got my Super Mojave and he bought a lesser, every baby's guaranteed to be
One or the other.
Mojave.
Yeah,
No,
well,
no,
of course,
well,
every
because
baby that
it's
you have from the super will have
right.
Mojave in it.
So yeah, that's what I'm saying. So if I bought a lesser, I have a higher chance of hitting Bells all the way through because now Mojave's guaranteed because the Super Mojave's guaranteed to be passed on, so there'll be no
Yeah,
normals. And then
of
with
course.
a lesser, if it plays an effect perfectly, I should hit all Bells. If I'm right. If I'm
Yeah, I
right.
mean,
I'm not
that,
100% on
it
that. Once
makes
again, I'm
sense
not
if you
into the
think statistics, if the percentage goes up because you have a super Mojave in the first place. You know what
the
I
only
mean?
reason I have the Super Mojave is because that's what the wife wanted. I mean, I have plans for it, I guess now, but it's
Well, of course.
something she wanted, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know.
Yeah,
With
my
how
old lady,
everything's like,
she was more into the pies. Like when she saw a pie, she was like, I want one of those. And a lot of folks did, especially when back in the early 2000s, there was a lot of people that were jumping on and they were expensive, you know?
yeah, but I mean, pies are they've never dropped. So I mean, like we talk about genes and all, morphs or whatever you want to call it, but yet, pies, like you said, albinos or pies, they came out in the early like 2000s, but
They've
yet
stayed
they're still
consistent with
hot
their price.
today. Right,
Yeah,
they're still hot today. The other genes, when they first come out, cool. Like sunset, it's a recessive. It's going to stay
I
hot because
I did choose,
monsoon.
the pair I have here because each gene in like the albino het pied and then the pied het albino, each gene I have a better percentage, but each gene I kind of bought into that because I knew that the prices stayed consistent and it was only a drop of 50, 60 in certain times, and then a year, times do change and inflation and stuff like that. So there has been gains and losses in their price, but it's usually stayed consistent. People bought those, and they are recessive genes, so you got to play your cards. But yeah, I think that's awesome, and those genes are there because they stay consistent. But I love my animals, period. So at this point, they've got such personalities that it doesn't matter if they give me normals or not. They're awesome, and I've kind of fell in love with ball pythons all over
Well,
again.
I wasn't saying anything. Well, when I met Superform, like what I'm saying, like if it's a Superform, it's guaranteed to pass
Yeah,
off the single
yeah,
gene.
every time.
So if you did every time, so that's what I'm saying. Like, you would never have a normal in that clutch. But I love the normals because I mean, Daisy's she's the one that started the whole because the whole my wife she was afraid, blah blah blah.
Broke that,
Now
didn't you?
she's
Fix that
yeah
problem.
yeah. There we
Yep,
go.
yep. Fix that problem. That's awesome.
So
Yeah, my wife was against it, and I was like, I had one way back in the day, and I raised it. I knew what to do. They're not hard to take care of, and did the whole thing. And then finally, she broke down and let me get a normal, which is Anunnaki there. And yeah, that's kind of how that worked. And after a while, since he was so chill from the get, she automatically, okay, I guess we'll get another one. Well, can I get a rack? What do you need a rack for? We only have 2 snakes,
so I
We'll
lied to
find
my
out.
wife. I lied to
Famous
mine.
last words, man. Famous
She
last
caught me.
words.
She caught me in the lie. I think like 3 weeks ago or a month ago. So I told her that when she finally got used to having our normal around her, she was like, "All right." I'm like, "What are you doing holding it?" It's in shed. I'm like, "They're in tremendous pain." Once she found out that I was lying to her, after, yeah, she was a little ticked off. But hey,
Yeah.
that lie worked for her to get used to. Because once Daisy went in the shed, she's like, "Well, I want one I can hold now." Went and got another one. Went and got another one. Went and got another one. So
Yeah, it's kind of one of those deals too, with me working as much as I do, but you kind of have to pick and choose which one, what day you're going to spend time with. You can't, and especially if you have as many as you do or anyone else, it's kind of like, well, let me clean this out and I'll hold you and do, it's kind of a pick and choose thing because there's days that I can't, I just, well, I'm big on cleaning, so I'll peek in there and see if I need to clean anything, but otherwise, I have a hard time holding them every night, but they're
so
very
not
social.
to so yeah. Man, I'm shocked because we've been going through some hate lately, me and Josue, and I know what it's about. It's about me being, his co or the main host with him, because it's not that he's my co-host, nor am I his co-host. We're the main hosts together. But man, I'm not saying by the amount of people watching, but by that poll I put up, dude, 58%. Yes, that means a good 42% people hate this shit. And I don't know what we're doing wrong. We're trying to ask people how to make the show better for them, but yet we get no input about if we solve this would make it better. None of that. So
Keep on rocking, man. I mean, that like one of my first videos that I. What's that?
We're not gonna stop.
Right? You ain't gonna stop me. Never gonna stop me.
We're gonna keep going, but fuck. I'm like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
Love you guys.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys having me on for sure. But with that, I had pain, bringing the pain. Oh yeah, brother. But so snap into it. Yeah.
I don't think he was. Yeah.
Damn it! You made me forget what I was saying, man.
Well, I mean, like, we're never gonna quit.
Oh yeah, dude. I have my first feeding video, or one of my first feeding videos that came out. My first ever comment was a love in person. Just somebody from a whole different country, and they were just like, you guys should be ashamed of yourself, you killer. And didn't even use you are or anything, just you killer. And I had to do, the educational check. Hey, this would have happened in the wild. It just wouldn't have been, and I didn't do anything. I did kind of sentence it, but I didn't kill anything. I did allow my animals to survive and thrive. And hey, hope you get educated about what the process is in nature.
So, like, okay, a cool guy that I would say we're friends, because we are friends. Actually, we talk here and there behind scenes, and it's not me and Josue either. It's me and Sleepy Weasel, and he has a problem with live feeding. Well, I do live feeding, so we have this discussion a lot between each other. For me personally, the reason why I do live feedings instead of frozen thawed, and everyone wants, all jokes aside, it's actually healthier mentally and physically for your snake to eat live than frozen thawed. And here's why. The frozen thawed's not going to fight back, for one.
It stimulates their brain.
Right. So when they actually catch a live prey and that prey tries to move around and fight back, it strengthens up their whole muscle and a dorso, like all the way down their body, that look who's holding the boa. Is that the boa?
Me and my buddy Brad were talking about that. I'm 100% on with you there. I do believe live feeding is the way to go. That's a pretty snake.
Well, another thing I was going to say about like the viewing thing, like what you were talking about with the poll and all, like, all right, the thing is, bro, the reason why, like, it may seem like we're not getting like as many people normally watching this stuff is because everybody is doing live streams now. Because it went from being 1 or 2 shows to 15.
And you also got to think,
and everybody has 10 to 12 people watching them.
But we do have to recommend some people that have stuck solid to us watching the whole time, because they've mentioned it throughout the show. That's one. I want to say, like, Michaela, she's been watching the whole time. Nikki said she might have bounced out. Solo's been off and on. No offense, Solo, but Benjamin's been here. He was also on Venoms, I believe. But
that's the reason why I said we need to focus on getting new people to come into the reptile community instead of having the same old people that split in between everybody that watches. You know what I mean? That has to watch everybody else's video. We could be having our own set of people that only watch the P&E show instead of having people that watch everybody's show.
Hey, there you go. Yeah, I've got a lot of people that I'm a reptile enthusiast. I love the animals and I love the care and trying to get on point with everything that I have to do to care for these animals. So I believe the educations of it, educating people that snakes they're not sizing you up, especially if it's a ball python. and showing them, especially like you said, you have some snakes that aren't headshot. Show them that, it's a,
Yeah, like this guy. I mean, this guy right here.
That's
I mean,
true.
I can touch him all on his head and all. I think he just shed though. He looks real clean for whatever reason.
But I do have to admit, Isaiah's been here the whole time from the beginning too. He has.
That too. He's been on a couple of
At the
videos.
show, supports everyone. I'm sorry, Solo. Don't be sorry. Hey, it's cool. It's cool, Solo. Don't worry. No hate. Like
it's me, Mario.
Mario.
Luigi.
But yeah, that's the main reason why I was saying like we got to stress about finding new people to bring to the reptile community so we can have just our own viewers instead of that.
Well, you're never gonna. People are gonna flop, and it's not really flopping. It's just kind of, hey, you posted one on this day, and I've been the consumer up until and I still am. I enjoy watching everybody's stuff, literally everybody's. I'm not, stuck on one person and trying to. And what if you don't put out a video while I'm, off work? I can't sit here and wait for 6 hours for somebody to show me something new. I got, and that's kind of how people
I totally understand. I see what you're saying.
That's why I've been pumping them out. Everybody's short's got to have at least something in it,
As for me though, I see it differently. Like everyone does go. I understand you're talking about the shorts, but let's just switch it to the live streams. Everyone tries to go live here and there, and that's cool. At the end of the day, at the end of the damn day, Josue and I will always be up here every damn night. We'll never stop. And that's what's going to separate. Right now, it might not separate us. But in the long run, it's going to separate us from everybody else because we don't miss a beat.
What if you get a collaboration of people starting a channel, like an actual, and you got your time where you're at right now, and then in an hour or, when you're done or whatever, somebody starts their show. If you start something like that, it'll grow because everybody at every time of the night or anywhere in the world would have something to watch. You know what I mean? And it may not be exactly or
it's kind of hard to schedule. Like that's the thing is scheduling with different people and stuff because you got people in different time zones. There's different, different things like that, and people work schedules on top of that.
Sorry guys, they're sending me stuff about work.
Because even like right now, it's 12:17 where I'm at right now. So
yeah, it's 11 where Brad and them are. I think 9, 10, 11 there, yeah. But yeah, I think you guys keep it up. You got your own channel going and stuff, and maybe someday it'll actually become like you guys are in the same room type of thing, and you get to answer questions, question and answer Q&A or whatever they are. But yeah, just keep it up. You've got your own iconic look. Like when I see you guys, I see you two sitting together in my suggester or whatever. To me, that's like, hey, you're there. You guys are there. You got your own little iconic thing going on. So it's not really a giving up thing now. You really can't. You've promised me something, and I'm watching. You said you're going every night. I'm watching. So yeah, you got my support. So yeah, and I think there's a lot of people that feel that way, especially if they have an issue and they don't know who to go to or they can't find the right video. They might run across your live stream, and you might be going live right then for them to go in there and ask the right question to the right people.
Yeah, I mean, if anyone ever had a question,
somebody in your comments will, if you don't get to them or whatever. So I think that's
slightly relaxing, though. Sorry, I'm just saying.
It is.
Well,
my wife said, therapeutic. Holding your snakes is therapeutic.
Like, I don't know, like feeling them slither across my skin is like kind of weird, but it's like an enjoying feeling.
I'll go into Walmart or something with a huge snake and be like, "This is my stress animal." Like,
Yeah, this is my service animal.
Yeah, this is my support animal, and they'll be like, "Yeah, well, you ain't getting no support here." Well,
damn, you guys are all in the late time. It's only 9:19 for me. Fuck.
Same here, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say 9:19 for both of us. Damn.
Dude, you mess around with Mr. Payne over there. It's about 5 o'clock in the afternoon in New Zealand.
Yeah, but it's the next
to go
day.
To an appointment. He's got an interview in a minute.
He's like, God dang.
Yeah, he's awake.
I wonder what Mr. Payne's doing. I got to hit him up. I ain't talked to him in a couple of days.
He's a pretty cool cat, man. He's in the chat all the time.
I like him, man. He cool people.
See, I would move to the East Coast, but I ain't moved to damn Florida. I'll tell you
Hell
why.
no, boy. It's humid as fuck down here, BPL. You ain't gonna like this shit. I don't like this shit.
I love it here. We got the river right there. The only reason we're not out with the kids out there in the daytime right now is there's blue-green algae floating around, and plumes of blue-green algae. If your
Oh,
pet
that
gets
kill you.
What
Yeah,
state
that
are
is.
you in again? What state are you in again?
Oregon. Yeah.
Oh, Oregon. Okay, I thought you would say you were in Oklahoma.
So
No,
let me ask you this.
I just moved here from Oklahoma, but I'm from Kansas.
Okay,
Oh.
so are you a Ducks fan, a Sooners fan, or a Kansas fan, a Jayhawks?
Or none
The
of the above.
Jayhawks or the Cats, the Wildcats. I'm an Oregon Ducks. If you're going to ask me honestly, Oregon Ducks. I never really got into it much in the Oklahoma area, but everyone was Boomer Sooner, so whatever. But and then you got the Ducks and the Wildcats. So they're all right. KU's all right. I lived in Lawrence for a bit, and that's where the college is or whatever. So
It's so hot in Florida. Michaela says, I bet. Like, I mean, in Reno, Nevada, it's all right. I mean, it was like 140 day.
it's
But
the
it's dry
humidity.
heat.
The humidity,
it's
man.
It's dry heat though here. Yeah, in Florida, it's humidity. Like, you step in the shade and you feel a difference. The minute you go back in the sun, you're like,
Yeah, and you're in Nevada, right?
yeah, Reno.
You got dry heat like Kansas and all that.
Hey, you heard how you said
People
it?
from all these places will come there and get a bloody nose.
Oh, wait,
So dry.
say my state again.
Nevada?
Nevada.
So
Nevada.
see, I thought it was
Nevada?
crazy, man. I thought it was Nevada for the longest time.
Nevada?
See
Nevada?
what Jose said? Nevada?
Tomato,
How do you...
Nevada, tomato. Who knows?
I was like, bro, he said it right. Because BPL got on my ass the first time I said that shit wrong. I thought that shit was Nevada, man. Look, I'm from the South. That shit's Nevada. He's like, nah, bro. You got to say Nevada. It's not, bro. I was like, you're right.
Yep, that's the states for you. There's a few of them that I still have friends that can't say them right. They live in them.
It's humid as fucking North Dakota. God damn.
It was like 98 with a
That
real
Zach?
feel of 104.
Ooh.
Can't even walk outside.
Is that
Just
Zach
curious.
from North Dakota?
Are you, Michaela, from Florida, Georgia, South?
She got to be. She on the
North?
East Coast because she in my time zone.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean it can't be New York, New Jersey, PA, or...
Yeah, but
I
it's
don't
not
know.
going to be New Mexico.
No. Maine?
That's true. Vermont.
I'm gonna have to head up court here in a bit. I gotta get the kids to bed and stuff, so.
Delaware. All right, dude. Are you taking off?
Well, in a little bit, I do have to get them down and everything. Their mom's working right now. She works her ass off, bro. So.
That's cool. South Florida. Oh, are you a Bulls fan? I'm just joking.
Hey, I'm about to be down there soon too. I'm about to be moving to Boca.
Boca?
Yeah, I'm about to move to Boca.
Boca Raton?
Yep.
Boca Raton?
I hear some people that say Raton.
Raton?
I thought it was Raton.
Raton?
That's what I thought.
Are you talking about Colorado?
No, Florida.
Florida? Yeah. All right, thanks. I see it all. Cool. Well, did I freeze?
Not too bad with the storm here in KY, Kentucky. Damn.
What storm is in Kentucky right now?
Y'all see me moving?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Are you frozen on your end?
Yeah, I'm frozen.
No, we see you moving around just right.
You're still mean mugging me there, man. Like, yeah, it just paused on you looking mad.
My face is covered. Is that better?
I can't see nothing now.
Oh.
What do I do? Hit like the cam or something?
Oh, give it a second.
Refresh.
It might, yeah.
No, you have to refresh it.
Refresh it.
Yeah, like you would refresh the page.
All right. If I can get it to listen to me.
You might have to actually like fully back out and rejoin. That's what I'm saying. Or refresh the whole page. Yeah.
Or is that what you're doing? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, sir. Please. Oh shit, he's out. He left.
Oh, the rattlesnake finally shed, by the way.
Another button.
Hell yeah, another button. So he can really rattle his ass now.
Hell yeah.
There you are.
There you go. Yeah, and he got a full shed from front to back. I was looking at his eye caps and stuff earlier, so I was like, oh, that's cool. Tried not to get bit when I was taking that shit out of his cage, though.
Next time, if I'm on with you guys, I'll show you the gerbils and everything and that operation going on in there. I've got
next, but I might have some gerbils by next time you see me. I mean, dude, I looked them up. That's all it took, man. I really like the way they look. They look pretty cool.
Yeah, getting them started, getting them established. They do like I said, declan. But if you can get like a male and then 2 younger females, it's easier for them to start that clan and keep that clan going. So and it may
recommend only having like 3.
What's that?
So you only recommend having like 3 of them at a time?
No, if you have the space for a bigger operation or whatever, go for it. But that's the thing, space with gerbils. They need a lot more space than mice and rats. They need some room to move around and tunnels to do their thing and for their bodies and everything. And they burrow. They're a burrowing species, so a lot of substrate on one side or do your thing. Find a lot of substrate for them to dig into and create nests and stuff.
Okay. Because I'm definitely gonna have to get one, man.
Yeah, dude, they're cool, and just as long as you have the space, that's the thing, I barely had the space, and I only can do the 3 right now. So,
how many babies they have? You had babies already?
It's crazy. I have had a few, but one of them the mother ended up like a morbid side and chewed its little legs and everything off, and it was still alive, still, and after a while it kind of disappeared. But yeah, I've had some so far, but I haven't seen a full litter out of them yet. But I do believe that they're slowly getting there. They're just gestating, I guess, getting their bodies to it.
Because that'd be pretty cool. Cause that's not something I don't think I've seen a lot on like YouTube and stuff about.
You know what? I do have a question for you. K&C.
What's up?
So we haven't really got an answer in the chat. We haven't got an answer from really anybody yet. Can you tell us something that we could do slightly better on the P&E show?
And that could be something.
Give me just a second. I gotta shut this door. On your show, sure. I don't know what you did with me before, and we set up specific topics that you wanted to touch. That's not a bad idea because I've seen some just shoot off the gun. Yes, go ahead, pick a different movie. You guys are going to bed here in a minute, but shooting off different subjects and being able to, and we've kind of pre-gamed, I guess, in a way, But yes, get a drink, go. But yeah, dang, they're slamming that door. But yeah, that, and I don't know. You guys are doing pretty good. I think. Yeah, a topic, and then each person being able to have their input that hold up a bit of your time, and then being able to get to know each person that you have on your show, stuff like that. I guess the goal for what you guys are doing, and especially since you said you put something in the chat earlier, I think the goal is how much can the viewer participate, and you do that very well by answering questions and going through your chat and everything. But there could be other, I don't know exactly how, but there could be other ways for them to participate and do.
And that's kind of what I was thinking too, because I mean, there's got to be some kind of way we can make it more interesting and a reason why you would want to come watch our show versus go watch somebody else's.
Right, and so you need to find like your little niche that just completes your next 4 years or whatever, and you see that every time or expect to see something new every time.
From here on out, because I asked you. Every guest from here on out would be asked that question before we end the live. What can we do better?
Hey,
just see their input.
Here's something. I mean, you guys do every day. So if you set out a week to go through the people that are your viewers or whatever and try to find the individuals that say, Jose, you're interested in the gerbils, right? Well, if you find an individual that's that's subscribed to you, or has a channel, you can reach out to them or whatever on a specific animal, and then be able to, hey, this week we're going to talk about this is this animal and why would you have it, and we have a special guest, stuff like that. Maybe that would help. I mean,
yeah. First off, your name's Derek. Let's get that right. And I'm the original late night reptile talk. Thank you, sir.
He's still talking about this late night reptile talk. I'm dead.
you're like, hey, do I need to look like Dr. Phil? Little bald head.
Like, bro, I don't mind having my snake, like, like on my head region and stuff, but I ain't kissing this snake, bro. I'm sorry. I don't kiss the snake. I ain't kissing shit.
At some point, you're both going to hold enough trust with each other that snake will kiss you.
I'm good. I'm nervous right now with him around my damn eyeball. Like, you can just bite the shit out of my eye if you wanted to and take that shit right out.
That's the fear, man, and that's why you're never going to kiss that snake. You got to get that out of your head and just go for it sometime. It's kind of like before you got married. That's how you ended up here. You just went for it, and now look. It's the first kiss type of situation, bro.
He said it's Mr. Springer to you.
Springer.
So,
shit, there's
reptiles. Oh, reptile feedings.
What's up, buddy?
I find it funny how I mentioned about kissing the boa, and then all of a sudden reptile feedings show up.
Kiss the boa. Kiss the boa.
I ain't kissing shit. I can tell you that right now. I ain't kissing nothing.
He's like, did he say he's going to do it? I'm going to get into this live. See if he's going to do it.
See, he's waiting for his first kiss with a snake to be caught in the wild.
Yeah. Hey, do it, man. Go for it. They love that. They love when you stick your face in their face. That would make for interesting content, I do believe. And it'll blow my mind if you find one that'll just kiss you back without any problems.
Oh my God, he licked my eyebrow. This shit is tickling my head. I don't like it.
Dude, today outside I found a California king snake, a white-ringed California king.
What?
Yeah, California king snake outside. Yeah, I was mowing and the dude was like, "Hey, come look at this." And yeah, it was outside, and I didn't have my phone on me to do a video or whatever, but that's pretty cool. Out here, there's a lot of snakes, and what I like about here versus Kansas or Oklahoma or those areas, most of the snakes you run across out there probably going to kill you. You play with it, you play stupid games, win stupid prizes. You know what I mean? So, like, we can remove them from places and all that, but, like, those snakes will usually get you unless you run across a bull snake. But out here, there's so many different snakes in Oregon that are not venomous. There's rubber boas. There's all sorts of stuff out there.
And those are the only boas in the whole U.S. I think the rubber boas and the rubber boas and what's the other one?
Really quick,
I wouldn't say sand boa.
Rosy boa.
Welcome, Jennifer.
But yeah, and I've been thinking about getting a bull snake. I love them, man. I caught a 6-foot one outside a while back, and it didn't strike at me, and it tried to flatten its head like a rattlesnake. And I picked it up, and it didn't strike at me. It was chill. So I'm like,
dude, they're awesome snakes, man. I love a bull snake.
Yeah.
I've tried to get your guys' thoughts on Angolian pythons. Have you seen?
Are those like blood pythons?
No,
I've seen about them a little bit though. I don't know, man. They're okay.
They can be hybrid or crossbred with ball pythons or blood pythons. They call them like angry balls or something. But but I really dig them. I mean, they're a little more hissy and they're lengthier. They're not as thick as a ball python. And I don't know why. The pattern's just beautiful to me. And Angolian pythons, they're from the same continent, just the eastern side, an eastern area.
They kind of look like ball pythons.
Or western. Yeah, no, they look almost exactly like them, except for they're just tiny differences. And they even have heat pits, and they're from the same continent. And I think they're cool. It might make for.
I had to put that up there. I
think that's what they're called, reptile feeding. The mixture of them, angry. But hey, that's a cool name too. But yeah, I guess they're more hissy when you get them out, but after a while they mellow, and I think they're neat. That's something that if my wife wouldn't, dig a hole for me, I'd get one. But I don't think she's in for all that.
Yeah.
But yeah. Well, I've got to get going off here. If the kids are up and the wife gets off, I'm probably not going to be the happiest of times. But that's all
Hey,
right.
dude, you're good.
I appreciate you guys, man. I really do. This was awesome.
Sure.
It's kind of rough, doing what you guys do when you have kids and, you got stuff to, man, planning this out and getting it done is, you guys are doing good. Keep it up. And it's mind-blowing to find a show like you guys that would take somebody like me that's not really planning on growing his, I have 6 slots and 5 of them are filled. One might be, and then I'm going to only have space to do. So it's cool that you guys are taking somebody like me on your show and allowing me to do this with you guys, because I'm not like a huge facility and I don't plan on, so you get both sides of the story. You guys have people on that are that big, and then you have people like me that don't really plan on growing much. I'm kind of doing it for the love of the animals themselves. And if I make something cool along the way and can help somebody enjoy that, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, dude. Hell yeah, man. I mean, I
So thank
appreciate
you
you
guys.
coming up. I mean, like, you
No.
just coming up here and hanging out. Like, it was a great time, dude. Like,
Yeah, hey, I put a face to the name that's always been, blowing up your chats.
I appreciate you, even taking the time out and coming to hang out with me and Jose, dude. It's been awesome.
Yeah, because that's the main. Like you said, we putting a face to a name now. Now we know who you are. Now
Yeah, now you know, hey, keep that one away from me. No, but
Hey,
I appreciate
here
it,
you
guys.
go. That's for you, man.
Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, I probably have some coming out tonight. I kind of just throw them out there randomly, and I kind of try to
dropped
hit
3 today.
3 today. Awesome. And I kind of try to like hit certain random times because, but like before I go to bed, I'll have one sitting just to, there's people in India or whatever, and they watch random stuff at night. I've seen it. I've done it. I'm here. No, I'm just kidding. But awesome, man. I appreciate you guys a lot.
Hell yeah, man. Anytime. Hey, let me know when you want to do round 2.
Yeah. We'll figure it out. You guys keep in touch,
yeah.
Jose. Go get some burgers, bro.
Well, because you don't have IG and all that, you have my email, so hit me up.
Yeah. Especially if you're trying to find someone to meet that slot. If you run into, because doing it every day for years is going to be intense. So if you run into that day that you're just like, let's get that weird dude on that does those voices and crap. Let's hit him up. He'll come on and do something weird.
Can I ask one more favor before you go?
What?
Can you say at least goodbye to everybody in every voice impression you could do?
I can't even think of them all, man. Like,
Well,
you
start
kind
with
of
Mickey.
Mickey Mouse, like goodbye to who? Everybody?
Everybody, yeah.
Oh, boy, thanks for having me. You have a lovely night. I don't know.
Oh, I think that shit's awesome.
Like, who's your best bud, pal?
I can't drink one.
Like, who's my best pal? Ruby Doo.
I'm dead.
How about we run out of here like a bunch of maniacs? Okay. Yeah, I have kids, definitely. I do them voices.
There is one more I want to hear because you didn't do it all show, and you said you would. I want to hear Barack Obama.
Yes.
Hey, go. What? No, go. Like, hold on one second.
Yes, kick the kids out of the room. It's all get out of the room.
It's a different one.
He said it's about to get real.
All right, so you want Barack Obama? Now, if she'll let me, I'll change the spending on the budget. We'll get a stimulus package. Michelle, is it okay? Now, don't get me twisted. Iran really did it. Like there's, yeah. Does it even sound close? No? Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. I've had a lot of people tell me it's pretty on point, but I don't talk to many of them. They kind of push me off.
He said, "Can you do Trump? Trump's the best." That's funny.
Jennifer.
Yeah. Okay, so there's certain ones that you can ask me to do, and I can do Trump, but it takes me a while to nail certain voices. And I've got kids at the door. But yes, on one of my next time on with you guys, I'll practice it before I get on. And if I practice it enough, I can nail it.
Okay.
Now, I can't really do the whole Stewie thing anymore. I was doing some Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and Gaiman there. and I did some boxing and all that, and I took a really hard elbow, and it kind of knocked that one out of me. It's kind of weird, you know. And I used to do Stewie pretty well and Peter, and now for some odd reason I just can't get my tongue to move that way no more. So, but yeah, if you have any other voices like Donald Trump, okay, now give me a second, I can work that one in. Yeah,
Come on, guys.
that's fake news. That's fake news. Okay. Now let's use like Kim and I are friends. Okay.
Okay.
Kim and I. Yeah. To get sentences down, I can do just a few words right now, but to get sentences down, you're gonna have to give me a little bit to practice, you know. But I'll get it. I'm pretty good at it. Mario is one that my son's always telling me to do, and all those. But yeah. Hip ha! Hip ha! It's me, a Mario, and a Luigi. But yeah,
I don't know. Like I said, the only one I do with is Hindu. I don't know.
I
like them.
I can do all, like, accents are easy for me. I can do all sorts of accents, but like when you ask for specific like voices and stuff, it's kind of one of those things that either I got it right then and there, or I gotta practice it, and I'll get it. So, but all right, guys,
we ain't gonna hold you up, brother.
Do my thing. I appreciate you guys having me on. Like I said, I do have to say I appreciate Proper Rules for giving me some communication when I first had this issue and needed someone to reach out to. I don't have a mentor here. Half the people I know hate snakes, so it's really hard to do this on your own, you know. And I appreciate you guys giving me that conversation as well.
Hell yeah, we appreciate you coming on here.
Yeah, hold on.
Right there, there it is. There it is.
What
He left you.
What did I do? Hillary. What? Yeah, Bill Clinton was kind of a douche, but he's like, it was in the Oval Office. No, that one didn't work. But yeah, what did I do? Yeah, I can't really. You have to give me a bit on Clinton. See, now you're asking for political ones. That's not no. You have kids, man. They usually ask me for some playful ones. You're asking me to do the voices of people that I probably get me in trouble.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna be like, "What? That doesn't sound like me." Then you got all sorts of hate from the Secret Service. Yeah, we don't need none of that.
Yeah, we don't need none of that.
Let's not do that. But yeah, I can do a lot of them. And like I said, I can do the whole intro to Courage the Cowardly Dog. He's like, "Courage, the Cowardly Dog Show. Abandoned as a pup, he was found by Muriel. And Eustace Baggs. A lot of creepy stuff happens in the middle of nowhere, and it's up to Courage to save his new home." Well, yeah, and Scooby-Doo. A lot of the kids ones are just because the kids are having me routinely do them, but hey, give me one, and next time we're on, I'll give it a shot.
For sure. And Michaela, you have a good night. Thank you for joining the live stream tonight and hanging out the whole time.
Well, Python love you. Guys, have a great night. I appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
Be good or be good at it. We'll see you around.
Hell yeah. All right, brother.
If you love ball python love, like I love ball python love, throw your hands in the air and pump your fists like you don't care.
Just don't care. No, I got a couple of them I can do. I don't really do impressions that well. I can do Squidward pretty good, but that's it.
Elephant. Camel. I just like, I don't know, the way they say elephant, dude. It's elephant. I don't know. Is it?
I had a girl, she used to call that bitch a lifalant. I said, a lifalant? What the fuck is that? One of them big old gray things. It's in Africa. Oh, what'd you call it again? A lifalant.
Do SpongeBob next time? Yeah, that'd be dope. Yeah,
my favorite line on that shit. You watch SpongeBob at all?
Thank you, Jennifer. I appreciate that. You're awesome. Kick ass. Hell yeah, thank you. Do I watch SpongeBob? Only because my son's, dude.
Oh.
Would I watch that shit on my own? Hell no.
Bro, that shit came out like 20 years ago, though.
I am too much into putting my money into college football.
I don't have a python in my hair. I have a boa in my hair. Sorry,
He has
Mr.
a
Frank.
boa. And I'm shocked because normally you would never see Josue hanging out with his boa on his head. You should just put it around his neck. I'm telling him. Like, you're already right there on top of your head. Just put it around your neck.
I mean, technically, he is around my neck on one side of it, and his tail won't let my freaking thumb go. He's holding on with a freaking monster grip, and I can feel it cutting the circulation off of my thumb because his tail area is super strong. He couldn't poop on my head because I got his ass in my hand.
Gotta keep that ass.
Unfortunately. No, Patrick, mayonnaise is not an instrument.
So, what'd you think of K&C tonight, man?
It's pretty chill, man. We had a good time talking around.
Yo, anyone that wants to be a guest on the show, let us know. And I am going to drop the link for the last, whatnot minutes. See who we get. Because, I ain't got shit to do tomorrow. I don't work. So,
Yeah. I got to get up in the morning. I'm moving some more stuff. Because I'm getting rid of I'm getting rid of these couches tomorrow. I'm taking those to the dump. I'm taking this old ass dresser I got to the dump. Take some more stuff from my parents' house, and I should be done.
Sweet.
And clean up in here. I gotta clean the floor in the kitchen, sweep this stuff up, and get all these dishes gone. There we go. He said, "That's nasty. Use Astroglide." I'm dead.
So why y'all upset earlier? Because in the kids community, it's about supporting everyone. If you got new people, we send them to everyone's live stream. I don't understand why. I'm not upset. Never said I'm not upset though. That's what I don't understand. So I'm not upset. Do you want me to jump on quickly? Yes or no? I don't give a shit. I dropped the link for anyone. I didn't even notice his way. The boa on your head. It's sweet. Right on.
No, what Ball Python Love is referring to is like the post that he did at the beginning of the thing, and he was saying that if people people that's hitting the thumbs down and stuff like that, like people need to if you could just let us know what's going on or what we can do to make our show here on the P&E show better in general.
Like, it's kind of sad. Like, we do have 61% say yes, but yet, no one wants to tell us how we could do this better. Why is that? That's all I want to know.
Or really, like, why are you hitting why are you saying no? Like, that's what I want to know.
Iron Dog, trust me. You should know this. I'd hit you up if something was bothering me enough. It doesn't bother me if people go live at the same time. The only thing I don't understand, there's a few things I don't understand that I really don't want to get to on the live, and you and I could talk after the live. I'm down for that. But it has nothing to do with, me being upset. I was cool with Venom going live. I had nothing against Venom. I have nothing against you. I have nothing against my Animal House. I have nothing against anyone in this community. Bro, the stuff comes in waves. We troll. We walk. Right. I understand that. But, you never know who gives you the thumbs down. I get that. I totally get that. But I did put up a poll tonight, and I was hoping for some kind of feedback of what we could do better. Honestly, the dislike is a good thing though. That's what I like. Like those who think like the dislikes are bothering me, like no. Okay, if anything, it does actually make a difference in the algorithm. So that should actually help me with getting views later down the road. It might be live right now, but that doesn't say down the road it doesn't like get more views. What's up, Benjamin? Like that's what I like. Like to me, it adds controversy. So when people watch this and they're like, "Oh shit!" At the end of the day, there's like right now 23 thumbs up, 6 thumbs down. Like they're like, "Oh shit!" Wonder what they said. Like to me, that's good. I like that. But I'm not mad, bro. I promise you that. I'm not upset about it or anything. Like I'm more upset like about the whole yes and no thing that I have up right now at 62%. Like all I want to know is what we could do better about the show, but no one wants to say anything. And I understand some people here, like yourself, Moon, K&C, Jennifer, everybody that's been watching has been showing respect, and you guys have been awesome. But I would like some kind of feedback on what we could do better.
I could
I'm not saying
I could give you one thing that I've noticed if you
Yeah.
want.
Most definitely.
David's just turned his.
no. I was taking care of something. Don't worry about it. You're good.
Okay, cool. See, that's the thing I do notice, that your attention sometimes drawn away, David. Like you've got other things going on in the background that we don't know about, you know. I think everybody expects everything to be perfect all the fucking time.
I'm not expecting this to be perfect.
No, life's not like that at all.
No. I never asked it to be perfect.
I bumped into a guy today in the shop who I really wanted to get my hands on, and I couldn't touch him because I knew that it wasn't worth it, you know. So I was just putting some heads on my arrows for hog hunting. Special ones. So they should be fun. I don't think there's anything that you can do that's right or wrong or any better or any worse than anybody else. It's not about likes. It's about hanging out and having fun, man. If you're not having fun, then find a new hobby, maybe, you know.
Once again, okay, so just to make this clear, I mean, like, most respect to everybody. I don't give a shit who likes this though or who dislikes this. At the end of the day, Jose and I are going to continue to do this, but we will,
have fun.
I would just like some kind of input. And so as we thought about this for the longest time doing this, like, what can we do to get this more, like, the thumbs down though, they don't mean shit to me at the end of the day. They don't, because most of them actually at the end of the day, they disappear.
Some people, there's no pleasing, some people, there is no pleasing them. You could do everything right and they'll still be pissy.
Chris Hardwick, welcome.
He said go 12 hours. I'm dead.
Jump on with us. Anybody, come on.
Yeah, I mean, after we had that first spiel like a couple weeks ago, I had mentioned that shit, bro. I just let that shit go. I mean, it is what it is. People still watching the videos, and it's just going to be it's just on a downward hill slope right now. And then maybe in like a month from now, it might start to go back up again. Like you never know.
Life is like that, man.
Yeah. So I mean, ain't no need even. I ain't fuck that shit. It'd be alright. Hell.
I'd rather people be criticizing to me, honestly, Jennifer. I'd rather people be like, hey, you could do this fucking better. I'd rather that, honestly.
Just than someone be
yeah.
I mean,
so
it's only YouTube, It's only. I was just saying today how I feel kind of trapped by all my collection of things, my guitars and stuff. I can't leave the house, can't go away and realize, like possessions aren't always the most important thing. Sometimes we need to look for ourselves. You know, you might need to go away for a couple of days or whatever, you know, take a break. Man.
Nah, we got the show going 365, man. 365.
Yeah, but you need time for yourselves too, you know.
That is true.
I understand that. Trust me. There's times I couldn't make it. My son's birthday parties. There's times Josue's not going to make it. But one of us will always be there. That's the thing. The P&E show will never stop.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not suggesting you stop. I'm just saying, you know, don't maybe take it so serious that it affects your mood. You know, don't let it affect your mood because it's about having fun and it's about, you know, company and companionship. It isn't about numbers of likes or competition and competing with each other. It's about having fun and building a community, and so you just got to kind of keep that in mind.
Slow-mo, though. I don't know. I'll try to do slow-mo. I'm not really good at that, but I will try to figure out how to do slow-mo.
I wish I could slow-mo this into my brain.
Damn, that looks really good.
Oh, shit. It's that New Zealand over there.
Yeah.
Big fat bug. I'm about to smoke a big piece of it.
So whenever you do like that, the knife thing, like how in the hell do you do that shit, Benji?
The what?
The shit with the knife.
The knife. What shit?
Like how do
my hot knives.
Yeah.
That's a do here in New Zealand where you'll stick them in the gas burner and get them red hot. You pick up a little.
Okay. Yes. Okay. So basically, this is what you do.
And you burn the butt, and it goes. It's like an atomic.
So here, okay. So it's called a knife hit. So what you do is, if you have a gas or electric stove, you go put it on top, right? You get that shit glowing red. You put your weed on one side, and you pinch it with another hot butter knife. And I don't know. Some people use a straw, whatever you may use. And you suck it, dude. That knife hits will fuck you up.
I ain't never heard no shit like that, boy. That's some next level shit.
Knife hits will fuck you up, dude.
Yeah, bro. I just don't use a bong, man. Like shit. God damn.
Okay.
So the knife gonna burn you? Those shit's gonna be hot, Benji?
Hold on. I want to touch on this right here. You read that.
Yep, that's true.
So I understand what he's saying.
Yeah, man. That's what I was saying.
I understand what you're saying. I get it.
You know, you're human.
I understand we're human. Anything is possible, but it's not going to stop the P&E show from going every night. Once again, Josue might need to take a night off. I might need to take a night off.
Yeah, maybe take a knee. Take a knee every now and then. Take a knee. Take a deep breath. Just be in the moment. Because fuck, we get bombarded with so much shit these days. Like fuck. Every time I turn my phone on, it is like fucking bombardment with fucking everything, like Instagram, fucking YouTube, fucking Facebook, fucking emails, fucking text messages, phone calls. Oh!
Should be annoying, man. I already know, Benji.
Do you ever get those phone calls? Your car warranty is about to expire.
I do my best to keep up with it all, but honestly, people, if I can't like all your videos and like all your posts or see everything you post on Instagram, it's not because I don't care, it's just because I simply do not have enough time in the day to go around and show everybody attention. Exactly. I'd love to do that, but I would be there for fucking hours on end, going through the list of people and individually going to check on each of them, and I just have no time for myself. So I really have to just like look at certain things when they come up, and if I've got time to like it and watch it, the whole video, I will. If I can't, then it's not because I'm ignoring you or don't care about you. It's just because I simply don't have enough time in the day to do it all.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm sure you guys would think that, feel that same way too. Like, you'd love to be able to follow every person back, and you'd love to be able to comment on every person's video to show that you care. But it's just not feasible.
Man, some days it take me 3-4 days to respond to comments. That's not the first thing on my mind.
Some people get really butthurt though, and they block you. And
When I usually get a comment, if I can, I try to answer as soon as possible, if I can.
This shit ain't no text message though. That's how I look at it. Like, I mean, you'll get a response, but it'll be within the business week. Because you gotta think about it, like, bro, like I may have 60 comments a day. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's a lot of fucking comments to have to go through every single day. 60 comments, 40 comments, 30 comments, even 30 is a lot.
the more you put yourself out there and the more followers you get, the more comments you have to deal with. And you're creating yourself a fucking big headache, like a freight train. Like,
Yeah.
I admin for a band, this band here, Alien Weaponry. They're a New Zealand band that sings in Te Reo Maori. They sing in Maori music. They play heavy metal. I'd say highly recommend them to you. Check them out. But I admin their group. I run their Facebook group, and that is a huge workload. There's just post after post after post after post that I have to check. And it does wear on you day after day after day. I had to step down and take a break. I had to let someone else have a turn at adminning for a while because it was starting to get to me. When people expect that of you every single day in, day out, it's a big responsibility. Expectations must be met.
Yep.
And all you can do is your best. You can only do the best you can, You can't please everybody all the time.
That is a very true statement, Benji.
So that being the case, just do whatever makes you happy.
Yeah. I got to get ready to go, though, in a minute, though.
All right. So we're going to end the show here. You guys all have a good night. Benjamin, if you want to say anything. If not, Josue.
Listening tonight, you guys. As always, you're awesome. And your guest was awesome. I learned a lot. Thank you.
Hell yeah, Benji, dude. I'll hit you up tomorrow, man. Holla at you.
Absolutely, man. Facebook me. Hit me up. You too,
All right,
David.
brother.
Okay, bro.
For sure.
Thank you.
Josue, you want to say anything?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I thought you'd already ended it. But yeah, no, man, we appreciate you guys watching and all. And then, like I said, we just try to get constructive criticism anytime we can. So that way we can keep making a pleasurable experience for the viewer and for you guys in general, since you guys do, help us out with the channel and everything. So we definitely appreciate you guys stopping by, and like Iron Dog, K&C, Chris Hardwig, Reptile Feeding, Smooth Over Miami, and henceforth and so on for everybody.
Oh, yeah. Later.
the sense of